Hey besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel and welcome to a 48-hour readathon. So this is kind of spur of the moment. First of all, I want to read 11 more books by the end of the month and it is currently the 27th, I believe. So I have very little time to read all that I wanted to read this month, and I thought the 48-hour readathon would be fun. So let me show you the stack of books I want to read. Here is my stack. Ignore those 3 books right there. I'm not planning on reading those. But first up, we have Red Wine and Royal Blue and One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I got both of these this month to read this month, so I want to prioritize those hopefully. Then we have Girls of Fate and Fury by Natasha Nagan. Third book in a trilogy. I'm super excited to read this. Then we have My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. Scared to read it, but I think it's going to be a good time is the wrong word for it, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. Then we have From Blood and Ash. I'm currently listening to this on audio, and I believe I only have like 2 hours and 20 minutes left, if that. So that's definitely going to be something I listen to. Then we also have City of Brass. You may see the bookmark on the side right there. That's where I want to get to tonight before I go to sleep. But I'm also really excited to read this. I think it's going to be great. Next we have Fortuna Sworn by KJ Sutton. I'm 70 pages into that and really liking it. Just haven't had a chance to read it for a couple weeks, so I want to get on that. Next we have The Sweetest Kind of Poison and Poems for the End of the World by Katie Wismer. I recently reread Breakable Things by Katie Wismer and I annotated it, and I really like doing that, so I thought it would be fun to do it with the other 2 poetry collections I have by her. Then I have the first volume of the Sailor Moon mangas. I also would really like 2 volumes of The Girl from the Other Side. Those are super fast. They take me like 20 to 30 minutes a piece, so I think that would be a good bet for this readathon. And then I would also like to finish my audiobook for Read On by Brandon Sanderson. Liking it just fine, but not my favorite. I don't really like the short story collections from him all that much, but I'm excited to continue reading it. So those are my reading plans. Right now I think I'm going to cozy up with City of Brass for about an hour, and then I'm going to make Steven dinner, and then I'm going to come back in bed and read. So other than that, hopefully this is going to be really fun. Hopefully I can read a ton because I would like to, and yeah, I will talk to y'all when I have an update. Hi besties, what's up? So it is currently 10:19 on the same day, and I have a couple updates for you. So first of all, I'm definitely gonna make it to my goal in City of Brass tonight. I have read 57 pages. So far it's pretty interesting, but you know, it's 57 pages into a 560 or 570 page book, so as interesting as it can be, but I am liking it so far. This is where I want to be. Oh, sorry. This is where I want to be right here, and this is where I am. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to get there tonight. Actually finished my first book of the readathon. So Read On. That is, Read On is the second book in, I guess, like the Skyward Flight. It's the second novella before you read Cytonic. And I actually like this one a lot better than the first one, or maybe I just knew more what I was getting myself into with this one. I decided to rate it 4 stars. I really liked it. I'm excited to see where Cytonic goes. I might read that next month. I haven't decided yet. Other than that, I think I'm going to continue reading City of Brass until Steven gets home, and we'll see then where I am. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that I finished the first book of the readathon, so yeah, I will talk to y'all in a little bit. I do have a decent update for you guys. So first of all, we're gonna start with From Blood and Ash. I have officially finished this, and I'm rating it 4 stars again. I did really like this reread. I think that I'm like, I don't know, it's hard because I really like this book, but I also see some of the issues with it, I think. So yeah, I'm rating it 4 stars. It was pretty good. I thought that as soon as I finished this, I would want to start the second book right away, but I don't want to right now, so we're just gonna hold off on that for now. So that is my second book finished. And then we have City of Brass. I have gotten to page 111, or chapter 6 of this, so I got to chapter 6 last night, and I am really enjoying it. I was finally starting to get to like the more interesting parts, I guess. I'm glad I'm finally reading it. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna listen to next because I need a new audiobook since From Blood and Ash is gone. I did download the audiobook for Red, White, and Royal Blue. That's a hard name to say, but I guess we'll see if I read that one or if I decide to find a different one to listen to. I could also listen to Girls of Fate and Fury, I think, so I might do one of those. I just need to get up and like clean. I'm gonna try to do some b-roll of me like updating my bullet journal because there are a couple pages like of missing covers from the books I've read, if you guys can see that. Yeah, so I just need to update that and write down all my ratings, and I also need to put that I finished From Blood and Ash on there too, so I'm gonna go do that. Hi besties. Okay, I promise we'll get a new angle eventually. I've just been reading in bed. It's been so nice, but let me update you. I've actually finished a couple things since we last spoke. So first, I wanted to talk about Red, White, and Royal Blue by McQuiston. I started this and I am 54 pages in, and I'm really liking it so far. Not much to say necessarily, but I am enjoying it so far. Also, do you like how I use tabs for bookmarks instead of like my actual 5 million bookmarks over there? It's a good time. I have also read 2 graphic novels from the Girl from the Other Side manga. I read volumes 3 and 4, and I gave both of those 5 stars. I want to immediately buy the whole series, like physically, but I'm not gonna do that just because I know it's gonna be super expensive. And after paying rent, I need to wait for the next paycheck to roll around, basically. Hi besties, what's up? We are back in my bed. I'm about to go take a shower, see if that wakes me up a little bit. It is 8:28. I'm never normally this tired. I think it's reading all day. I've been a little bit restless the past hour, so I haven't read, but let me update you guys on what I have read. So first, finished Red, White, and Royal Blue in its entirety. Really liked it. I gave it 5 stars. This book was so good. It makes me so happy. Yeah, I really loved it. If you haven't picked it up yet, you should. I love Alex and Henry, and I love their relationship, and I love the side characters, and I love Alex's mom and Henry's mom. They're awesome. I'm now super duper excited to hopefully pick up One Last Stop tomorrow. We'll see if that happens though. So I finished this, and then I am this far into City of Brass. I'm 15 chapters in on page 155, and I think I stopped at 110 last night. Yeah, or 111 I mean. So I've read 142 pages or 143 pages, and I am liking this so far. The audiobook is really good. I've been like being and listening, and if I'm doing stuff I'll just listen to it. I think I'm gonna go get in the shower, and then I'm gonna make dinner. Hey besties, what's up? It is the next day and it's 10 o'clock, and I have an update for you. Small one, but still one. I got The Sweetest Kind of Poison last night and started reading it, and I would have finished it last night had I known I literally only had a couple more pages because the last like 20 pages of this or so, this is all like poems for the End of the World poems. So if I would have known that, I probably would have finished it last night, but that's okay. Here are my tabs. I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to show tabs, but I really like this poetry collection. I rated it 4 stars again. This is something I wish I would have had in high school, like my freshman year. And it's something that I'm definitely not going to forget to go back to if I'm going through a hard time, because I think that this just really resonates with me, like all of her poetry does. I haven't rated any of her poetry 5 stars yet, but I think it's coming. I'm so pumped that she's continuing to release poetry, because I think after poems for the End of the World she wasn't going to, but I'm glad that she decided to change her mind, because you know I love all of her poetry. So that's another book down. So doing the calculations, if I think I need to be up to, I'll try to show you guys. Also it's not updated as of, so I have currently read 82 books, and I believe to read 30 books this month, I need to have colored in to 88, if that makes sense. So I'll do that. I just need to find some shorter things, I guess. I feel like that's a cop-out, but I also don't, because I read shorter things and long things all the time. Last week I was kind of in a reading slump, so I didn't read that much, but I'm definitely going to finish City of Brass today, so that'll take me up to 83. And then I think I'm going to read Katie Wismer's other poetry collection after that, and maybe A Girl from the Other Side manga. I haven't decided yet though. I think I might read a couple more of that. I don't want the series to be over. I'm on volumes 5 and 6 because I kind of read them in tandem. I read one after the other. And probably read 5 and 6. I want to read this, and I want to read One Last Stop. And then tonight, if I finish like everything, I'm gonna have to scour my Kindle and see if there are any short books on there. I also might try to pick up Fortuna Sworn on my tablet. I might actually just try to read all of it on there. And then other than that, we'll just see what else I have time for. I don't think I'm gonna have time for much. I've finished 2 things since we last spoke. It is now 4:23, so a significant amount of time has passed. I did take about an hour break when my husband got home from school to hang out with him before he went to work. So let's first talk about the non-disappointing read of this. First, I finished my reread of Poems for the End of the World. I did enjoy it. I decided to keep my rating at 4 stars. I obviously loved it. However, I think the book I read before this and finished kind of did taste like not a sour taste in my mouth, but just like a disappointed taste in my, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I think I'm starting to lose steam. I kept my rating at 4 stars. Right now it feels like a 3.75 if I'm being picky, but I'm not going to be too hard on this poetry collection because I do think it's good, but arguably after reading all 3 of her poetry collections in 1 month, I do think this is my least favorite. Still like it though, so I still recommend that. Next thing, we have One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This book was such a letdown for me. I'm thinking about rereading it in a couple months just to make sure. The amount of disappointment I feel after reading this book is astronomical, if I'm being honest. I rated it 3 stars. Literally, kids have not screamed at all today until now. I liked the story. I liked the characters. Technically speaking, this should be a 4-star book. Like, I just can't think of anything I didn't like about it, if that makes sense. But right now, it's a 3-star book. I do want to reread it in the future, though, just to make sure that it is, because I'm not ready to admit this was only a 3-star, not a 5-star. Oh, I don't know where to go from here, because I could finish City of Brass tonight, and I'd only need to finish 2 more things, because I am liking City of Brass a lot. I don't know. I'm just feeling so, like, I don't know what to do now, because, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've hit my quota of books. I think I've read 27 books this month. I think I've hit my quota. I'm gonna try to read 3 more things. Next time I talk to you, I'll either read 3 more things, or it will be tomorrow when Steven is at school and I'll be really sad and disappointed. But I don't know. I might just see how much I can read, because he's gonna be at work until later, like at least 7 hours, if not a little bit longer. So I definitely want to read a couple more Girl from the Other Side manga, so maybe I'll lay and do that. I also might decompress, like set a timer for 15-20 minutes and watch a couple YouTube videos and see if that helps anything. Hello friends. I have no idea how this ankle looks. And honestly, I'm a little bit delirious, and I'm a little bit, I don't care, to be honest. First, we're going to start with an unboxing, and then we are going to find out if I managed to read 30 books in 30 days, or I say anything or do anything. I just want to say, whether you read no books this month or 100 books this month, which, are you okay? Just a thought. But whether you read no books this month or 100 books this month, it doesn't matter. You did the best you could, and you don't have to read a certain amount of books every month to be a reader. I did this as a fun challenge to myself to see if I could do it, and I did, and unless I try to do it again next year, it'll probably never happen, if I'm being completely honest. So let's do a little unboxing. See if this won't be satisfying. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. So this is annotation supplies. I want to do an annotating video, but you know, I wanted to do this. So first we have all the tabs I ordered. Oh my goodness, look how many there are. These are all different colors than I usually get, so I'm super pumped to see how these like look in books and stuff. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Okay. I wanted to start, like, I love these tabs, and I love the bigger packs of tabs that I use, but I also don't think that these vibe with everything I read all the time, I'm gonna be honest. So I bought these packs of tabs. You have some with just, you know, you have a lot of variety. Ooh, I got some of these. Oh, these are like big tabs. I don't think I'll use those in my bullet journal, but I could. But you know, we have some blues, some reds, all the colors. I wanted to see what these would look like in my book too, so I'm excited about those. I bought a bunch. I think I bought 2 packs of these because I didn't want to accidentally run out in the middle of annotating. I am super pumped for like all these tabs. I might even start using these big ones, who knows, but super pumped about those. Not that I needed more tabs because I have a whole thing full of them, but again, I wanted to try something different to see if maybe I liked the more pastel colors instead of the bright ones. And then we have a box. Boxes are my favorite things to get. Yes, okay. These are clear sticky tabs. Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm super pumped about these. I got a bunch, I think, like, well, 10. I got 10, I think. I got a bunch of sticky notes, clear sticky notes, because I thought that it would, like, be good for annotation. Sorry for the angle change. My camera literally said, please shut up, and it cut me off, and it died. So anyways, let's go over what I've read. I don't even remember what I was saying before this, so I'm gonna get all the books that I finished in this readathon that I have physically, and then talk about the other 3 things I actually finished tonight. So here is the stack of books I own physically. Let's go over in order what I read when I read it. So first thing I read was Read On by Brandon Sanderson, and I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. It was definitely the strongest book in his little short story novella things that he's doing in the Skyward universe. I definitely liked it a lot better than the first one, so 4 stars. Gave this 4 stars as well. Didn't love it as much as the first time I read it, but I do unfortunately think that like how long I took to read it, which was 30 days by the way, or 20 days I mean, definitely impacted my enjoyment overall of this story, but that's okay. Then we have volumes 3 and 4 of The Girl from the Other Side by Nagab. I gave both of them 5 stars. I really enjoyed my time reading those 2 manga volumes. I love the story. Don't know if I've already said this, but I definitely want to own the whole series eventually. But a couple of the volumes are like out of stock right now, so we'll see if that ever happens. Next we have Red, White, and Royal Blue, arguably probably the best book I read during this whole readathon. 5 stars. It's by Casey McQuiston. I love this. So happy I read this. Like, so beyond happy I read this. I think it was phenomenal. If you haven't picked it up, go pick it up. I'm just so in love with the story. Then we have The Sweetest Kind of Poison by Katie Wismer. This is her first poetry collection. Here are the tabbies if you're interested. I don't know if you can see them. I really like this poetry collection. Rated this 4 stars. I love Katie Wismer's prose. Next we have One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. Rated this 3 stars. Upon reflection, I do think it was the timing I read this and the next thing I'm going to talk about, I definitely think suffered from when I read them. I think I would like it a lot more upon reread, so I'm gonna just let it settle down. And you know, I was feeling the pressure to finish a few more books by the end of the month, so yeah, I definitely think that this book deserves a second chance from me, and I think I'll like it much better the second time around. Next we have The Other Victim, Poems for the End of the World by Katie Wismer. Arguably this is my least favorite of her work regardless, like my least favorite of her poetry collections, if we're being really oddly specific, like literally by 0.25 stars. I did rate this 4 stars on Goodreads, but again, like even though like the amount of tabs, again, sorry if you can't see that, I do really like, I do like it though, so I'm gonna leave it at 4 stars on Goodreads. I think that's fair. And then the last 3 are all by the same author with the same rating. We have Break Your Glass Slipper, Shine Your Icy Crown, and Unlock Your Storybook Heart, all by Amanda Lovelace. I gave all of them 5 stars. Amanda Lovelace is one of my all-time favorite poets. I have loved almost everything I've read by them. And I will say, if you can afford to splurge a little bit, I would really recommend, which I think you can actually get the whole collection as one audiobook. That's not what I did. If I would have been thinking, that's what I would have done. If you can afford it, I would definitely recommend to get either the physical or ebook, which is what I did, and listen to the audiobook as well. Amanda narrates it themselves, and I definitely think that it was such a great narration. Really added a lot for me, but there are also stunning illustrations in the poetry books themselves. I can't wait to own this physically. All 3 of these, one day I'll buy them. I loved these poetry collections so much. So if you can only get one format, definitely please get the ebooks or the physical books. It is definitely worth it in my opinion. I just love Amanda Lovelace. I just think they're great. So if you guys have made it this far in the video, if you can even believe that I read, what, 11 things, I think, leave a heart leave a pink heart for red, white, and royal blue, or you can leave a blue one or a red one or a white one. I don't care. Just leave a heart for me in the comments for red, white, and royal blue, because I am now a sucker for this and I want the whole book tattooed on my body. Thank you guys so much for watching. It literally means the world. And I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye, everybody.